I don't know about you guys, but after watching some footage of the PUBG Alpha Black Budget, I don't really know what this game is trying to be honest. I'm going to be playing some footage from a stream here while we talk about this, but this is something that I really did not expect at all, and not in a good way. I know it's an alpha, and it remains to be seen exactly what's going to come of this game, but this is just weird. So a lot of people, myself included, were probably expecting something that resembled pretty much what PUBG already is, just as an extraction shooter rather than a battle royale last man standing. This is like not even close to that at all. It's not even the same universe. It's a completely different game. Now, that's not to say that it's inherently bad. I mean, what I watched today when I recorded this video and the game released in its early alpha build, it's not that it's bad, it's a completely different game. And even more so, it's a game that we've already seen at least two other times. I mean, what was probably the most striking right off the bat to me was that it looks in almost exactly like Delta Force, at least in terms of the inventory system, the way that some of the models of the items had been done, the color scheme, it looks a lot like Delta Force. You know, a lot of people were saying that it looks a lot like Arena Breakout, and you know, that's true as well. They all share those similarities. Of course, you have everybody talking about how Tarkov copy. Yeah, you gotta stop with saying that every extraction shooter that comes out is a clone of Tarkov. There's no better way to do inventory manage than the way that Tarkov has done it. That doesn't mean it's a clone of Tarkov. Tarkov is the pioneer in the extraction shooter space, specifically when it comes to hardcore, you know, mil-sim style extraction shooters, if you will. But Tarkov's performance and optimization is trash. It's garbage. It's been that way for years. It's probably not ever going to get better. So when a new extraction shooter comes out, yes, it's probably going to have the same inventory management system because that's just the smartest way to do it. Moving on from that though, this game really doesn't resemble Tarkov at all, other than the inventory management. Again, to me, it was really striking how similar it was to Delta Force, Arena Breakout as well, but certainly not PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The game was published by Krafton, but I'm really not sure who's developing this title, like really who's developing it, because we know that Arena Breakout and Delta Force were both made in Asian countries. I somehow, some way feel like this was probably the same thing, even though maybe not, but it just seems so similar to those games, almost in a mobile version type of way. It's hard to believe that this has the PUBG name on it at all. Quite frankly, I don't really understand what they're trying to do with the game. Again, yes, it's an alpha build and it will get better, a little bit more polished with time, but realistically, this is the game. They're not going to just start over from scratch and develop an entirely new game, an entirely new system, world, way of doing things. I mean, this is the game. This is what the game's going to be, but what is it? What is this game supposed to be? You know, you've got this sort of ethereal goo wall zone thing, like zomboids running around, wild animals or dinosaurs or something, and then, you know, occasionally you'll run into other players. I mean, the gameplay loop is as cut and dry as it could possibly be. It's the exact same thing as every single other extraction shooter. But again, what, you know, separates a game like Arc Raiders from games like this is they've just done absolutely nothing to expand upon it at all. They have done nothing in this game to expand upon what the genre is and what it could be. It feels very small, very closed in. It doesn't feel innovative. It doesn't feel like there's anything here to be gained. It's just a game that we've had multiple iterations of. In today's day and age, that's not always something you're going to get, something entirely revolutionary that we've never seen or had before. But this game, man, it's like it just doesn't even try. And that's like not to try to take stabs or take credit away from the developers and people who worked on it, but I don't get the point. For anybody who's played Battlegrounds and knows how that game feels, know how how it plays, the speed, the weapon mechanics, the looting. This is not anywhere near that. I don't know why the PUBG name is on this game. I don't know what could be expected, if anything, over the next few months or years of development, but this is just like Delta Force Arena Breakout with PUBG's name on it. There's not really like a ton of reason to make this video super long and drawn out and just to go on and on and on and ramble about it. And I watched a good hour or two of it, but in all honesty, I mean, I'm not even really concerned about it. I mean, this game, unfortunately, man, is just, it's the epitome of exactly what we're trying to get out of. And Arc Raiders was such a shining light in that path forward. And I know that Arc Raiders isn't for everyone. It's more arcadey and it's slower. It's a lot easier than other games. But aside from the gameplay, it's what they did with it. They made it this wide open, expansive, terrific balance of scale. They took it into a different time, a different universe, and they made it run extremely well. And then we get this on the horizon, which is like, oh, okay, cool, something else that might be able to come along and kind of push the needle. It doesn't at all. If anything, we just we're playing Delta Force all over again, but in like alpha. And where this is supposed to go from there, I have no idea. These are just my opinions, of course. A lot of people in the chats were saying they thought it looked cool and, maybe they would have fun with it and enjoy it, and that's fine. I don't see anybody who's tenured in really any form of extraction shooter having that much fun with this game, at least based on what I saw today while it was being played. I don't even think it's very comparable to Arena Breakout. Arena Breakout is a lot more Tarkov-esque, just with a lower barrier to entry, and it's a lot easier, a lot more intuitive in terms of the mechanics. But this was way more arcadey, like the Delta Force side of things. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it'll become something. I don't think it's going to become anything related to PUBG at all. I don't know where this idea came from, and I don't more specifically know where the idea to stylize the game and create the game in this manner came from. It's just like a carbon copy. It's very weird. It almost makes it seem like the team who actually developed and works on and supports PUBG really had nothing to do with it at all. They just, I don't know, maybe saw an opportunity to have a studio create something that they know is going to work for a little while, that's worked before, and just said, yeah, we'll slap PUBG's name on it for you. It'll help our franchise and IP grow. I don't know. It just isn't relatable to your traditional PUBG experience. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about the alpha test of Black Budget. If you got in and were able to play, let me know what your experience was. If you like it, if there's anything about it that excites you, makes you think, okay, this is cool, it's different enough, it's new enough, whatever. Or, if I'm just tripping, but to me, man, I was kind of disappointed. This is the type of thing I really don't like to see, because this was just nothing. I mean, I know it's an alpha, but it was nothing. It was no indication of anything we haven't already had several times. And if that's what the game is going to be, just this, here you go, we put PUBG's name on this, it runs well, but I mean, what exactly is this game supposed to be? I don't know. That's just me. I could ramble on about it, but there's no point. We've seen it. We've been watching it. Unfortunately for me, it's a shooter that just ultimately really doesn't stack up at all. I'm going to keep up with it and see what happens, but for now, Black Budget is just blackballed.